Chapter 2: Threads Beneath Stone. The path twisted like a coiled serpent, narrow, damp, and treacherous. Amuro's breath came in gasps as he sprinted into the corridor, boots slipping on moss-slick stone. Behind him, the grinding of metal echoed, slow but relentless. The warden of the first gate didn't need speed. It had time. Eternity, even. Its chains scraped along the walls like the laughter of something ancient. Every step Amuro took was driven by instinct. Not just fear, but something else. A thread pulling him forward. His hand still burned with the strange rune. It pulsed in rhythm with his heartbeat, growing brighter as he approached a bend in the tunnel. Without warning, the walls widened into a chamber, circular and dimly lit by floating crystals that hovered just below the ceiling. They rotated slowly, shedding light like bioluminescent moons. He stopped, eyes darting, heart pounding. It was quiet. Too quiet. Then he saw it, etched into the far wall, a mirror. But not just any mirror. Its surface shimmered like rippling water, and his reflection moved a second too late. When he stepped forward, the rune on his hand flared violently. The mirror responded. Echo thread detected. A soft click followed, and the surface of the mirror parted like liquid, revealing a narrow slit of black beyond. He hesitated. Behind him, the warden's chains groaned. Amuro took a breath, and stepped through. The sensation was instant. Like plunging into cold ink, his skin burned, his ears popped, and for a second, he couldn't remember who he was. Then he stumbled forward into a new space, a memory chamber. This place was impossible. There was no sky, no ceiling. Just stars above, swirling in constellations he didn't recognize. The ground was a lattice of dark crystal, and beneath it flowed rivers of pure light, like data through some divine machine. In the center stood a floating orb, metallic, covered in glyphs. It spun slowly. "Welcome, Threadbearer," it said in a voice made of hundreds layered together. "You have severed your first echo. You are now eligible for a binding." "A binding?" Amuro whispered. "Choose a path. Choose your becoming." Suddenly, 3 pedestals rose from the floor, and on each stood a different item. Path of the Revenant blade. A curved sword, red-black like volcanic glass. It pulsed with rage. Style: offensive, close-quarters combat. Skill unlocked: Crimson Cascade, a multi-slash combo that leaves trails of searing energy. Path of the Hollow Veil. A mask of bone and shadow, cold to the touch. Style: stealth, illusions, shadow manipulation. Skill unlocked: Phantom Echo, create a silent double that mimics actions with a delay. Path of the Echo Architect. A book bound in metal and flesh, its pages blank and waiting. Style: arcane manipulation, spatial bending, rune scripting. Skill unlocked: Sigil Pulse, deploy a triggered rune that activates after 3 seconds, stunning enemies. Amuro stepped toward the Revenant blade. Its energy called to something raw within him. He reached out, grasped the hilt, and pain lanced up his arm. The rune on his hand ignited. The blade dissolved into liquid light and rushed into him. Class acquired: Revenant Initiate. Skill learned: Crimson Cascade. He staggered as a wave of knowledge poured into him. Movements, stances, reflexes, memories not his own, burned into his muscles. And with it, a vision. A man in red armor, standing above a battlefield. His eyes glowing violet. His blade dripping with something black. He turned, and looked directly at Amuro. "Find me," he whispered, and the vision ended. When Amuro came to, the chamber was gone. He was in another part of the dungeon. This one darker, quieter, but not still. He was not alone. Shapes skittered across the ceiling. Insect-like, too many legs. Something clicked above him. He activated Crimson Cascade instinctively. The blade of red light formed in his hand, a curved arc, flickering with unstable flame. 3 carapace crawlers dropped from the ceiling, chitinous creatures the size of wolves. Mandibles clicking, they charged. He moved like water. The skill took over: step, slash, turn, follow-through. Trails of burning red carved through the air. One crawler split in half. Another staggered, blinded. The third bit deep into his shoulder. Amuro screamed. Blood sprayed the stone floor. He gritted his teeth and slammed the blade into its skull, twisting. It died, and like the goblin, it dissolved. But this time, no skill. Only fragments. Incomplete echoes. He collapsed beside the corpses, panting. "I need to understand this place," he muttered. Moments later, a soft hum filled the air. A floating drone-like construct appeared, orb-shaped, humming. Echo map activated. A holographic projection formed in the air. Level 1, Threading Spire. Known rooms, 4 of 43. Echo gates found, 1. Sentinels detected, 2. Loom nodes, 0 of 3. More of this place waited. Deeper threats. Bigger secrets. And somewhere that man in red armor. Amuro stood, his wound already beginning to close, thanks to the lingering magic of the Revenant path. "All right," he said, looking at the map. "Let's pull the next thread." End of Chapter 2.